Happy Friday, Wilson County Public Library teenagers. It is a beautiful Friday. It's supposed to be like 80 degrees today. And it's only like the end of March. So we're in that time period where it's either going to be 80 degrees or like 40. So there's no real happy place in between. So in the morning, you might want to dress like you're going to Antarctica in the middle of a blizzard. And then you might want to layer underneath that like shorts and a tank top, just to keep nice and, prepared for the insane weather that we are going to have, because it is March in North Carolina. Anyway, that was my little PSA for today. You're welcome. Welcome to TGIF, Wilson County Public Library's weekly book talk, where we look at the best in YA literature. I'm your host, Kate Britton. I am the teen librarian here at the Wilson County Public Library, and I'm so glad that you're joining me today here in our local history room. I decided that it would be a good day to be here in the local history room for a couple reasons. But the main reason is it's just nice and bright and airy in here, and we're going to be, I guess, it's a weird loose tie-in. We're going to be talking about a book that has meant a lot to a lot of people over the last 94 years? God, 94 years, that's insane. And that is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Now, this is not your mama's Great Gatsby, or your grandmother's, or your great-grandmother's Great Gatsby. This is the graphic novel adaptation of The Great Gatsby. So this is the book, your F. Scott Fitzgerald, fantastic, quintessential 1920s era American novel. But it is illustrated by K. Woodman Maynard. And I'm obsessed with this because when I was in high school, now, you might have had to read this in school. It's definitely a required reading. And I don't usually like to talk about books that are required reading because you have to read them anyway. It's not like, you're going to hear plenty about it in school. But I'm talking about this because we have this amazing graphic novel adaptation here at the library that is it's just gorgeous. And I'm obsessed with the illustrations. If you don't know about The Great Gatsby, I said earlier, like I said, it's the quintessential 1920s flapper era novel written by F. Scott Fitzgerald in 1925. It follows our narrator, Nick Carraway, who moves in next door to the kind of enigmatic Jay Gatsby, who is this super wealthy man who throws these lavish parties next door, and he's got this kind of a past that no one really knows how he got his money. There are lots of rumors about him, but you find out that he is having all these parties to kind of lure over and recapture the romance with his long-lost love, Daisy Buchanan. So it's an incredible book. I don't need to tell you too much about it because, like I said, this is probably required reading for you. It's one of my favorite novels. When I was in high school, when I was a junior, which is like, American Lit, we had to read The Great Gatsby. My other favorite book was The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway, which are kind of in the same vein, the same time period. But this graphic novel, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna not throw up, but I'm gonna, put these pictures up so you can get an idea of these stunning illustrations. It's kind of in this 1920s, a little bit Art Deco style, and the way that the pictures are framed is kind of this lovely kind of cinematic framing. But I feel like the illustrations, while being kind of simple, are really, really, really effective, and I feel like it fits the tone of the book as a whole, which is kind of a balance that you really do have to strike with a graphic novel, or any comic book for that matter, but especially for a graphic novel that covers a story that is so incredibly ingrained in our American culture. So anyway, if, read this book, don't get too disillusioned, because, the book's all about disillusionment. And, I'm not going to, if you haven't read it, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but there's a lot of disillusionment happening. Anyway, so that is my recommendation. I really want you to come check out this book, literally and figuratively, the graphic novel adaptation of The Great Gatsby. Story by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Illustrations by K. Woodman Maynard. Please, please, please come look at this. I just want to nerd out with you about this. I'm trying really hard not to nerd out too hard here. You gotta bear with me. So anyway, come check that out. I think you'll love it. If you have read this, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the nice weather. Get outside, get some sunshine. It'll be good for you, I promise. And I'll see you right here next week on TGIF. Bye guys, be good.